They told her style had an expiration date. That once you reached a certain age, you were expected to blend in. Quiet colors, safe cuts, polite little pieces that whispered instead of sang. But she wasn't built for silence. She was built for bloom. For boldness. For beauty that had nothing to do with age. And everything to do with soul. This woman, now in her 50s, 60s, 70s, she doesn't just walk into a room. She arrives. With a swish of her coat, a glimmer of her earrings, a lipstick shade that says, "I know who I am." There's a rhythm to her now. A confidence in her steps that comes from falling, from rising, from living. Her wardrobe doesn't follow trends. Follows her needs, her moods, her mornings, her memories. Her style is like jazz. Unpredictable, soulful, alive. One day it's oversized sunglasses and a trench coat cinched at the waist. The next, it's a denim shirt over linen pants and bare feet in the garden. She isn't dressing for compliments. She's dressing for connection. For energy. For the small spark of joy that lights up inside her when she zips that vintage leather jacket or buttons the blouse that still makes her feel like a poet in Paris. She's not afraid of color. No. She's fluent in it now. She knows how a burnt orange can make her skin glow, how a deep plum feels like power, how navy grounds her and mustard makes her feel like a painting. She doesn't match. She curates. She layers her days with texture, silk and denim, cotton and courage, a shawl draped over the shoulders of her experience. There's something romantic about the way she gets dressed. Not in a fairy tale way. In a real, lived-in, open-hearted kind of way. Her closet is filled not with what should I wear, but with how do I feel today. And that feeling, that becomes her signature. Maybe it's a day for rebellion. She reaches for leather and studs. Maybe it's a day for softness. She pulls out a cream sweater and pearl studs. Whatever she chooses, it's never costume. It's truth. This woman remembers the years when she disappeared. When motherhood or marriage or grief or routine made her forget how to feel beautiful. But now she dresses like a prayer, like a promise, like a woman who refuses to vanish quietly into the background of her own life. She wears rings on fingers that once held babies, skirts over knees that still dance, and scarves that carry the scent of who she used to be, and who she still is. She doesn't envy the girl she used to be. She honors her. She lets her live in the laughter lines, the soft belly, the wise eyes. And then she reaches for the silk blouse that tells the world, I have arrived. Not as someone new, but as someone finally, fully, wildly herself. Her friends ask, where did you get that? She smiles. Sometimes she says a name. Shop. A market in Lisbon. But sometimes she just says, I've had it for years. What she doesn't say, but what you can feel, is that it wasn't the blouse that changed her. It was the decision. The decision to no longer wait for someone to notice. The decision to no longer dress for invisibility. The decision to say yes to herself, every single day. Her morning ritual isn't just coffee and news. It's texture and tone. She lights a candle, plays her favorite music, stands barefoot in front of her mirror and listens. What do I need today, she asks. And the answers come. Power, peace, play. And then she reaches for the red boots, the flowing kimono, the structured dress with stories stitched into every seam. This is not a fashion show. This is her life. And every outfit is a celebration of aging with intention, of owning every wrinkle, of loving every scar. She's not here to be admired. She's here to be felt. To be remembered. To remind you, yes, you, that style doesn't have a sell-by date. Has a heartbeat. Sometimes she cries when she dresses. Not because she's sad, but because she remembers. The blouse she wore the day her daughter got married. The cardigan she wrapped around herself during chemo. The ring she never takes off, even now, because it belonged to her sister. These aren't accessories. These are chapters. Fabric and gold and cotton soaked in memory. And some mornings she stands in front of the mirror and sees a face that's unfamiliar. Not because she doesn't love herself, but because change takes time. Some days she still hesitates, wonders if it's too much. Too bold. Too young. But then she remembers. She's not dressing to be younger. She's dressing to be alive. You see, when she walks through a store now, she doesn't ask, "Can I pull this off?" She asks, "Does this pull me forward?" Because everything she wears now must carry her forward. Enjoy. Into freedom. Into another ordinary day made extraordinary by the simple act of choosing herself. She no longer hides behind beige unless beige makes her feel brave. She no longer asks permission to sparkle. She simply wears what makes her remember she's still magic. That somewhere beneath the responsibilities and the losses and the lessons is a woman still blooming. And now it's your turn. To open your closet and breathe. To take one piece, maybe one you've been saving, and wear it today. To walk out the door not as someone trying to turn back the clock, but as someone who knows time has only made her more valuable. You're not dressing for nostalgia. You are dressing for the now. For the woman who made it through. For the woman who is still here. For the woman who still has stories to wear and memories yet to make. This is your style. This is your season. And it's never ever too late to show up, in silk or sequins or denim or joy, as the fullest version of you.